One Winnebago County cemetery carries generations of military history, and for 156 years, make sure it's remembered. WIFR's Madeline Korzeniewski shows us how families remain personally connected to this particular spot.
Memorial Day is a day to remember, as it says, remember those who sacrifice everything.
At Kishwaukee Cemetery, reminders of American history stretch across every section of the grounds.
We have 96 veterans buried here in Kishwaukee Cemetery.
There's a Revolutionary War soldier buried here. It's just a war-rich cemetery.
Monday's ceremony carried names connected to the families of visitors.
My great-great-great-grandfather, who was born in 1806, is buried in this cemetery.
For others, simply walking among the graves offered a chance to pause and give thanks during the holiday weekend.
Those who serve does not end when the war ends. It endures for as long as they live.
I believe one gentleman's 101 years old, fought in the Battle of the Bulge, and is sitting here front row, remembering his friends, remembering all of those who he fought next to and besides, and then as well as those who have passed away more recently in conflict.
As speakers addressed the crowd, the message wasn't lost on the younger generation.
It's our job to instill the importance of today and what it means to them to the younger generation. We live in a pretty wonderful country, a flawed country, but it's a wonderful country that many fought for and bled for, to give rights to those who sometimes take it for granted.
Many say the day is about taking the time to reflect on what matters most.
Memorial Day to me is honoring all those who sacrifice their lives for America, to keep our freedoms that we enjoy every day. Take some time to remember all those that again sacrifice so much for us.
In Winnebago County, Madeline Korzeniewski, WIFR News.
Community members say taking time to gather in person remains an important part of Memorial Day weekend.